My name is the Creative Pirate. Today I'm gonna show you guys, let's say if you want to 3D print something and you can't find it online and you need to create it in 3D. I'm gonna show you how to make it. So a few videos back, I showed you how to do the Batman logo, and so now I'm gonna show you how to make the Squid Games logo. This could be used for anything. You can export it and use it in 3D. You can just render it, add some effects to it. So let's get down to it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click in the middle of the screen, press the space bar. That gives me my four viewports, and I want to work from the front. So I'm going to go View, Import Image. I'm going to go to my downloads. Sorry. I'm going to arrange it by the last day added, and I'm going to use this. This is what I want to do. This could be for signage. It could be for anything, guys. So don't limit yourself. Now, there's many ways to approach this. I'm very traditional. A lot of people might not like this, but I'm very traditional in the way that I make my models. Because I'm very picky, and that's my pet peeve. I don't like things that are too easy, because algorithms are okay, but sometimes you have to get down and dirty. Let's say the algorithm fails. What are you gonna do? So let's start, guys. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna press spacebar here, and I'm gonna import a plane. I'm gonna press E, hold down J, and rotate so it's straight forward. It's gonna show you 90 degrees here. You can enter that, but I eyeball it most of the time and get it right. I'm gonna go to my attribute editor, click on polyplane, and I'm gonna make that 0. I'm gonna make my shading X-ray so that I can see through what I'm working. So let's begin first. I'm gonna match this here, press R, and I'm gonna match it as close as I can. Okay, so I think that's fine there. I'm gonna increase it a bit to cover off all of the black. Now I'm gonna take right click, edge, select it, W, and just push it all the way over. Don't worry about anything else for now. We're just gonna push this over. And then I'm gonna press Command E, W. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna press E, twist, W, Command E, W, twist with a E, rotate. I said twist, I'm sorry, it's rotate. Command E, W, set this up here. Press R, straighten it out, push it up. Now, once I get halfway, I'm gonna stop because I'm gonna do this, flip it over and connect it. I'm gonna show you how. So let's go one more time. And let's rotate, not twist like I said. We're not twisting. Command EW, one more time. We're gonna press R this way and stretch it out to match. Press W, make sure we are where we're supposed to be. Let me move this vertex here, vertex here, this one here, this one here. I'm gonna take the edge one more time, Command E or Control EW, stop right here. I'm gonna press Command D, that's gonna duplicate it. Press W, E, hold down J, rotate this right there, W, bring it into the scene, and at least we have the job done. What we gotta do is accumulate the rest. So what do we do? Let's get this as close as we can right here. Click, shift click, mesh combine, vertex, merge vertices. I'm shift right clicking, by the way, to get this menu. I'm happy with that. Let's take this, press W, pop it over, see how close we got. That's not bad at all. Manipulate the vertices a bit. So in a matter of, I'm sorry guys, in a matter of seconds, we've already got the S for the squid games. We're gonna select and move vertices around. See what we get. We're gonna perfect this later. Right now we're just trying to get the base done. So this one's gonna be very simple. We're gonna take let's take this E, J, hold down J while you rotate to get it to 90 degrees. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna add some more sides because I'm not gonna need the middle. I just want the important part here is this. So W, pop it around the O, zoom in to make sure that you have a good view. We're gonna press R, get it right in the middle. Let's move it around till we perfect this. I'm happy with that. I'm gonna select the edges, double clicking, Command E, and I'm gonna pull here. Bam, simple. Now we're gonna select face, select this only the 5 in the center, and when you shift and press the period, you get this. The other way we can do it is if this is giving you a pain in the a pain in the behind. Go to edge, double click that edge, keep going around, keep going until you select everything, the whole edge, till it's all peach. There shouldn't be any blue. Shift right, shift right click, detach component, object mode, mesh, separate, and then we're gonna delete the center. Bam, we got that out of the way. So you see that this is one big piece. We're not gonna go do this separately. We're just gonna take advantage of what we have. So what do? We're gonna take this, W, Shift, I'm sorry, Alt, click and drag. This is weird. I'm sorry, let me see. I'm not trying to rotate, that's very weird. Huh. Okay, that's very strange. I've never had that happen before. So I'm gonna just press Command D, W. Normally I'm able to Alt, click and drag, but it's not working, so let me see if it's my pen settings, guys. Hold on. So as you can see, I'm using a Wacom Intuos Pro large. Let me get my devices, Intuos. Let's go to pen settings and see what's going on here. Yeah, something's wrong with Maya, because normally this, here we go. So this is fine. I don't know what happened, but okay. Fair enough. This is weird. So anyway, I'm gonna round this up here, and eventually I'm gonna show you how these connect. I'm gonna delete a few here that I don't need. So I'm gonna go face, and I'm gonna click exactly where this straightens out, and I'm gonna delete that. So now we got a really object mode, a really close. I think I'm even fine with that. So what do we do, guys? So this is gonna have, we're gonna move some vertices around. So we're gonna leave that one there. You know what? Let's move it over. Just for argument's sake, let's move that one. Let's move this over here. Let's move this over here. Move this here. You'll see eventually what I'm trying to get at in a moment. Let me just make sure I keep the circle going. I don't get nothing weird. Same. No, shoot. Let's pop this one over. Let's pop this one over. What we're trying to do is get a clean extrude from one letter to the other without damaging the circle. So we're gonna have to be very, okay, this is good for me. Now, as you can see, if I extrude this right now, if I was to extrude this right now, I have a middle line. coming through. Here I don't have one. So we're gonna mesh tools, insert edge loop. We're gonna click here, change the 2 to a 1, and we're gonna add a center. So how does this work? We're gonna take these two edges, Command EW. Ah, shit. So Maya crashed on me. It happens. Must have been something I've done earlier. It crashed it, no problem. So let's see if Maya behaves the way it's supposed to now. This is very weird. I apologize for the delay, guys. So let's get rid of this. Let Maya do its thing. I committed a mistake. This is why I'm letting this run with the mistake. I didn't save anything as I was working. So I'm lucky if Maya was able to save the crash. So let's see what happens. Let it load. I should be able to recover from the crash. Sometimes it doesn't, but it seems like I might. Simply because I got that message. So when I press no, bam, I get a crash thing here. I'm gonna close this. And we're gonna, let me see if it saved my last work. Yep, everything's still the same. So Shift Command S, desktop name, make sure it's where you want to put it. I'm gonna call this new folder here, Squid Game logo. I'm gonna press enter, open, and now here I'm gonna type Squid Game logo, and I'm gonna save as. So now let's continue. Sorry, I apologize. I'm hoping this didn't have the extra edge left over, but let's see. Let's see if it did or not. See, this is why I always check. So I'm just gonna push this back up where it belongs, to the circle part. Command S, I'm gonna take the vertex, I'm gonna slide it right over here. I'm gonna push one here, select them all, R, and drag that to straighten it out. Now, Command S, I'm gonna keep saving as I go because, like I said, Maya has been crashing and it hasn't done this in a while. So let's take edge, 1, 2, Command EW, bring it here, Command EW, bring it here. We're gonna take this vertex, push it here, and we're gonna take this and make a nice angle. And you know what? Yeah, let's see, because it's gonna be tight. Okay, guys, never mind. So we're gonna do is edge, Command EW, and we're gonna just drag. Oh shoot! So once that's done, we got Command EW. We're gonna take this here, and that's fine for me. Mesh tool, insert an edge loop. It should be right in the middle. That's fine with me. Click object mode. Click, shift click, mesh combine, Command S or Control S to save. We're gonna take edge 1, 2, right click, shift right click, bridge. Same thing here. And we're gonna press G so I can repeat it. That's done. Command S to save. As you can see, we're rushing through this. We're doing good. I'll come back to this. The rest is gonna be fairly easy. You know, we're doing the most complicated shapes now. Everything else is more geometrical. So we're fine. Now we're gonna take these two edges, 1, 2, Command EW, and we're not gonna go all the way across, so we don't keep driving you guys crazy. I'm just gonna drive this here, push this here, push this here at a nice angle. As you can see, this needs to come up, and this needs to come up a little more. We'll fix this all later. Edge, Command EW. Nope, it did something I didn't want it to do. Edge. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna take edge, Command EW, edge, Shift edge, Command E. See, we're having issues with the extrude again. It didn't give me a chance to save it, so it's gonna crash again. Maya 2022 has been having this issue a lot with the extrudes. I do apologize. The good thing is that this Maya opens up a little bit faster than it used to, so that saves us some work. I mean, some recovery time. It used to be a pain in the behind before. In the previous versions, it's been getting faster and faster with loading, so I'm okay with that. I just hate that it crashes when you're doing something simple as extruding. I was told that if you do it the other way, the traditional way, instead of with the command, we can get away with it. Let's test that. So we're gonna press new. We're gonna use what it last saved, so we don't have to go all the way back. Eventually, I'm sure that it already gave me those edges that I had. File, save as, go back to your folder that you had it in. Squid Game logo, take that, save, replace. So we're gonna have to take the edges that we did already. So let's see which ones I select. Yeah. So we're gonna take this here. We're gonna take this and just push it straight back up and over. Same thing here. We're gonna come up. We're gonna take this one, push it here, and then push this one right back down. We're gonna take this vertex. We're gonna move it here to match the angle. This is fine. Now let's test the theory of the extrude. Instead of the shortcut, let's go to the modeling toolkit and press extrude and press W, push it over, press R, slide this way and push it over to the end. Vertex, we're gonna take these two, match it down, because these are little things that we can get out of the way now instead of waiting for it later. So let's just do that. This is, let's press R on this because this is not straight. If you can see when I do this, it'll straighten up. Same thing here, these needs to be straight. And you can tell because you'll see squiggly lines here when things are not straight, but we're good. Command S. Let's go to the U. Very simple. We're gonna take the same shape. E. Hold down J while you rotate, click and drag to its 90 degrees. You'll tell because it's either this way or this way, and it doesn't look right. And again, by experience, I can tell that that's correct. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. Object mode W. I'm gonna slide it right in here, guys. I'm gonna press R and I'm gonna push it right into here. So let's align this the right way. Don't worry about anything else for now. We're good here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take these edges and we're gonna extrude them, not the top ones. So how we do this is we click edge, one, shift click, shift. So I'm double clicking as I go along the edge till I get where I want, which is right here. Now from here you see one goes straight out and one will go straight out. Let's get rid of these two because this is fine enough for me. You know what, let's just select one more because of the curvature. The curvature is already done here. So now with that edge right here that you see in peach selected, let me straighten this out a little more. So you see it's the peach that's going to be extruded. I'm going to press edit mesh, extrude, and I'm going to pull right there. So this is half the work is done already. We got nice edges. All we do is pull up and flatten. So how do we do this again? We can select the faces in here. Let's select the faces. So, it's another way to do this, guys. So let's say you don't want to select faces and you want to get this done fast. There's a paint selection, but we can use it for this also. If this is too big, you hold down B, right middle click, and you drag, and we get a smaller brush. So let's paint in what we want to get rid of. So we paint. Just drag the brush like you're painting, and it'll select those edges only. And this will keep you from selecting other stuff that you probably don't want to select or get rid of. I use this a lot when I'm in a situation like this. So I'm just gonna press delete. Bam. If there's more stuff with this, we can use it again. So now that this is done, we're gonna press object mode, command S to save. I'm gonna take this, press W. I'm sorry, Alt W or Shift W. Okay, Shift W, E, J, and now we have the D. The most of D is done. This is why I like working with Maya. Um, and okay, so here we are. Experiences, and I'm gonna tell you how companies have done me and why I am choosing to just keep going with my stuff and not help any company out because they take advantage of you. Once we've done that, we have just some extruding to do. We have to straighten this out. Actually, we don't even have to. I'm fine with this. So I'm gonna take edge, shift click, command. Okay, let's not do the command, guys. We've been crashing on that. Edit mesh, and we're gonna go to extrude W and pull straight up. We're gonna press R to flatten that out, as you can see. Pull up. Now take this one and just push this all the way up. Now what's cool about this is I can take object mode, face, duplicate face, press W, and we're gonna object mode, and we're gonna take that face and we're just gonna move it. Modify center pivot so we don't get confused. Pop that there. Vertex, R, fix it, W, bam. Here, same thing, edge, shift click edge, edit mesh, extrude, W in the direction where I didn't take them both, sorry. Shift, here we go, both selected, edit mesh, extrude, W, push it to here, R, straighten it out, get it close to where we need it to end, Command E, W, Command S to save what we have, clicked, shift click, shift right click, bridge. take this object mode, shift click in okay, W shift, so if we press shift you see you get a clone, and when you click and drag we can get that here, and do it again one more time for this, and then one more time for this, and one more time for this. E, hold down J while you rotate so it snaps on angles. W, we're gonna take the vertex, push. Let's fix this one out now. Get this out the way. Vertex, push, push. That's fine. Vertex, push down. Move it over. Slide this just a bit more, and I'm happy with that. Vertex, slide that over. Keep one here. Push it down. Take this one down. Angle it out. Press R to straighten it out. We're gonna push this one over to give it more width here, and we're gonna push it straight up to meet that angle right here. I'm happy with that, and that's fine. So you can see in a matter of minutes we have most of this done. Command S, edge, Command E, W. We're gonna push it again. We're gonna take that, take this vertex, drag it down here. Now what we can do is take all four of these, press R, push to make sure that they're all straight. Let's push this one over. We're done with that. Let's go to the next one. Object mode. Insert an edge loop right around here. This is where we want it. Object mode. W, shift click and drag. Now click, shift click. Let's push this one over a little more. Vertex, let's push this one. It seems like this one's a bit thinner. Vertex, let's push this one over more here, and this one over. This, like I said, I tell people this is one of my pet peeves. Mesh combine. Okay, so now this is going to be interesting to do. We have a point here and two here. So what do? Let's work smart. Edge. Let's bridge. Mesh tool, insert edge loop tool. We're going to take that, change it from to multiple to one. Press that there right in the middle. Vertex, we're going to slide both of these down. One here to the bottom, and then this one down as much as we can. Now you're like, wait a minute, but this doesn't make sense. This is where it's going to make sense. Don't worry. We're going to match this here. Let's take all of these, press R so they're all straight. Something's off with this one, so let's push this one down a little more. And now with this edge, shift, right click, bevel edge. We're gonna change this to 3. We're gonna slow this down here. This is the drag speed, but let's make it as slow as possible so when we do the segments, we only get what we want. Now let's do this again. We're gonna take this here, W. I shouldn't have done this, but it's okay, guys. Now you see we're not having a good time with this because it's, you know, out of whack. So if we turn on the symmetry to object, let's save this. We're gonna let's take this one. That's not working. Let's try World X. That's not working either. Never mind. So never mind. If that happens, we just I was just trying to see if there was a faster way to get this done, but apparently not. We're gonna do this one more time with the letter R. Straighten it out. W, bring that one down. And then this, we can try to match it here if we want, so it can go straight up. And then the same thing with this one. We'll take this and press R, and this and press R, and then now we know if it's straight or not. We're gonna push it down and push this one over. And I'm happy with this. I'm just gonna shift this one over a little more. You know what? Yeah, it's gonna go over a little more. Push this one up. Push this one up. This one too. Pop this one over. Again, I'm being picky, but we're here. Object mode, and we're almost done. As you can see, everything's almost ready. Important insert edge loops, one here. Oops, let's keep that one, it doesn't matter. You know what, let's get rid of it. Let's reset the tool settings, and let's pop one here and pop one here. Edge, click, shift, select, edit mesh, extrude, press W, and just slide right over. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the Squid Game logo, basically almost done. Here, let's try something. We're gonna insert one in between all of these and just fix the curves. So let's change this to 1. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we're gonna work with the vertex. The vertex, we're gonna just click and drag to get those curves as best as we can. Same thing here, we're gonna push this down, push this over. Again, we're just working with the vertices to make sure that everything's decent looking. Let's push this down here, push this over, push this over. We're gonna take this and we're gonna just try to make keep a decent curve. We're gonna push this up to here. We're gonna keep doing this, but first let's finish this side. So I mean, this is more, like I said, I'm very picky with this, so I'm sorry guys if this is maybe boring you a bit, but I'm old school like that. I like to make sure that everything is done okay the first time, because sometimes if you do it the easy way, you can always miss something and have to come back and do it all over again. Let's press Command S to save in between, and we're gonna take this, we're gonna push these up to back around right there. We're just gonna keep working with the curve so we look at least good enough. Eventually we'll get this to look better once we go along, but right now the point is just to make the logo and have it look decent. So okay, so I'm happy with that. I can't complain. Let's do something here because it's kind of bothering me. Let's push this over a bit. W. Oh, sorry, it's not. There we go. We're gonna slide this a bit so it's right over the O, and then slide this back out here. This back out here. We're gonna push this up here. You know, let's not mess with that too much. I'm fine with that. But this does bother me, so let's just push this over and this over, and we're pretty much good to go. Now we can select all of the meshes we've created. Let's press Command S, mesh, combine them. Now all this stuff is junk. All we need is this one, so we go edit, delete by type history, edit, delete by type non-deformer, modify freeze transformations, modify and center the pivot. And this we don't need, so we can just press delete. It's not going to affect us in any way. And here's our geometry. So this pink part here, we don't have to worry about for now, but if you do want to do it, what you can do is, let's start with the bottom, E, hold down J while you rotate to get the perfect line here. You'll see it curves up or down if it's not straight. W, polyplane, make it 0. W, we're gonna click and get it in here as best as we can. So let's say vertex, click and drag to about here, click and drag to about here, object mode. So we're gonna okay, insert an edge loop tool. We're gonna go one here, one. Let me reset it because it's at 1. Reset the tool. One here, one here, and one here. Object mode, face, delete that face that we don't want. So we'll eventually straighten this out. You see, there's some space left over, but we can work on that. And let's just fix that now because, again, sometimes we can forget in the heat of things. So let's just push that there. Take this, push it there. Let's see where this one is. Right there. Let's see how far along we are here. That was fine there. Let's see how close we are here to the edge. We're a little bit off. You see a spacing, so let's push that there. And right here, we can just get as close as we can here, and we should be okay with that. Object mode. We're gonna take the same thing, a square. E, hold down J while you rotate to make sure that the line is straight in front of us, the blue line. 0, 0. We're gonna take this, we're gonna align it here. If you really want to see, this is another option. We can put shading, wireframe unshaded, and we know exactly where the rest of the geometry is. So let's just say I'm happy with this being here, which I'm not. I'm gonna push it. Take this vertex, I'm gonna push it here, close to that. Take this one, that, and I'm gonna take these two, shift right click, merge vertices to the center. Okay, that didn't work. Let's turn this off. Let's merge vertices to center. There we go. So we're gonna click and drag this so it can be right where we want it. We can get close enough to make sure that it's perfect. And I'm content as a cucumber with this. That's fine for me. Command S, object mode, click out of that. Now what we have is this. This is gonna be a bit more complicated. So what we're gonna do is same thing, except we're not gonna use that circle. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's see if we can figure this problem out. E, J, make sure that the line is straight in front of you. That blue line is your guide. W, we're gonna push it here. We're gonna press R and center it as much as we can. Don't worry about the smoothness for now. And we're gonna try to get this shape going. Sometimes you're gonna be presented with problems like this. It's okay, don't get discouraged, don't get scared, we can do this. So it's just a matter of aligning vertices. So let's say, let's click on this one, get the vertex going, number 1. Let's push this one here. Push this one here. And push this one here. We're gonna take all 3, press R, make sure that it's straight. And now we're gonna start working to perfect this surrounding area. This needs to come down to match our other geometry. We're gonna push this over. We're gonna push this over. I'm wondering how we approach. Okay, so let's approach it this way. Let's move this here. slide this over. Let's push this one over to continue that line. Push this one over. Yeah, we can do this. So let's get away with pushing this one here and pushing this one here. Yeah, that's where we need it to end. So now we're gonna push this one here because we want it to end here. Let's just push this one up a little more to match that. Now here we're doing the opposite. Here we're gonna push this one here, this one here, because at the end of the day, the point is to have the main shape around. So let's take this one, push it here, and this worked out fine because this one is already here. Now object mode, zoom out, face, we're gonna click the faces that we don't want, we're gonna press delete, bingo. And if we press mesh smooth, we're gonna have to work with the vertices, but we got a nice round circle in here, so it doesn't matter. So first, let's stretch it out to match the edges as close as we want, and let's work some more with the vertices to make sure that they're straight. So W, you're gonna push this here, you're gonna push this one here, take all of these, press R, straighten it out. Okay, so let's, all right, I'm fine with this. I'm not gonna complain too much. I mean, I can work around the edges, but yeah, let's do that. Let's not be lazy. Let's press W, push closely, close. Guys, I know this is time consuming, but I hope that you're learning something. You know, you're gonna be facing challenges when you're working in 3D. It's not all gonna be peaches and cream. I sometimes wish it was, but we're gonna be challenged. So this is gonna be part of the 3D world for you if you're choosing this career as a 3D modeler. Everything else seems fun right here. You're gonna be challenged. Honestly, you're gonna be challenged. And that's part of the job. Sometimes I've seen this in the field. People want to rush you to do things. I really suggest you don't do that because what do you think it takes Disney? This is just me doing this, by the way, modeling this simple logo. But what do you think Disney takes as long as it takes to bring out sometimes a sequel or a prequel to a movie? It's because they have a bunch of people taking their time trying to perfect things. If you look at the first Cars and you look at the last Cars Disney movie, there's a lot of improvements. They saw what they did was great, but they wanted greater. They took their time, and of course, Cars is a great movie. But it takes time and it takes dedication. You know, you have to love what you do. The only part is, you know, at my other job where I was working 3D, I started hating what I did. Not because I hate what I do, it's because it was just repetitive. It was just the same thing over and over and over. You know, there was no creative outlet. And for me, that destroys me. So here we are. We have the whole Squid Games logo. We're going to take the last three that we made, mesh, combine those. We're going to take the first one, assign a new material. In this case, let's make it Arnold. And then we're going to take the next, press G, and also assign it Arnold. And I added AI standard surface on both. Let's hide the logo. And you know what? No. Let's select the pink. We have a lot of history here, so let's get rid of this. Let's Command S. edit, delete history, non-deformer, freeze, center pivot. So now let's set, before we hide the background, let's make sure we select the color that we want for this. So we're gonna take this, we have a color picker, and we're gonna take that pink here. And of course the Squid Games logo is black, but we're gonna use this gray just for this purpose. We're gonna take that gray. Actually, I think it made it black. Then let's hide the logo and see what happens. Okay, that didn't tickle my pickle. Why is that? Let's see what's going on with this. Okay, that's fine. It's just because it's I totally forgot that we're in Arnold, and Arnold looks weird if you don't have lighting. So let's just say, for example, we want this to see how this is gonna look in Arnold territory. Let's press Command S, renderer Arnold, play. Let's go to this viewport. Stop and play. Okay, this is being weird. Let's press play. Renderer and press Arnold. Press play. Now, why is this black? When you're working with Arnold material, it's gonna tell you there's no light in the scene. You don't have any light. So let's say I want to make this my light. Let's hide this floor. So let's make this my light. How do we do this? We're gonna, with that selected, we're gonna press Arnold, light, mesh light. Voila. Problem is, it's just showing that we want to see the light. We're gonna make the light visible. Okay, this is not what I wanted, but okay. So let's click. What's up with this? Okay, so we're gonna make this the pink that we just chose. It should be in a little. Huh? I didn't keep it. Anyway, I should say this was it. And then we're gonna take this, and we're gonna. Let's create a floor. See what's going on here. We're gonna make a square for the floor. We're gonna press R, make it big, bring it down, and we're gonna right click. Let's push up because it's too low. Assign a material, Arnold standard surface. So boom, this is what we're getting. So we're seeing that even though it looks weird here, let me turn this off and on. It looks weird here. The floor is showing you that we got a good reflection going on. We can also see this if we add another light. So let's make, let me minimize this. Let me just push this to my other screen for now. Let's just say Arnold light. Let's make a spotlight. Do we have a spotlight? No. Let's create a light spotlight. And we're gonna push this out and see how it affects it. So with this intensity, it's not gonna do anything. Let's change this to 100. Boom. Now you can animate this. Let's say you see how the texture moves. We can make the angle bigger on the cone. Let's press Command S to save. Let's see how far along the floor is here. So let's say you're happy with this and you want to animate it. It's gonna be cool if you can start from here. And let's make the drop off a little softer. I went too much. Let's make this a 0.002, 0.001. No, this is weird. Let's make this a 1. Okay, 2, 3. Okay, let's make this 0.5. Okay, let's say I'm happy with that. Let me close this. So let's say you want to animate this. I don't know why this is giving me blue. It shouldn't be giving me blue, but that's weird. Let me object mode. Let's see if the reflectivity has anything to do with this. Let's make this rough. No, it has nothing to do with it. Huh. Anyway, let's see what we can do. Let's take our spotlight. Let's animate this. So let's say we want the angle. We want this to start here. We're gonna press up. Let's see, I'm happy with this. So if I want to animate this, I press here. I can press E. So let's say, okay, let's start like this. We're gonna press S here. That gives you a keyframe. Let's say that by the time it turns it goes to 50. I want it to come back around and hide the squid game completely. I'll press A again. So what we're gonna get is this, guys. Check this out. We're gonna get a nice animation. Huh, that's awkward. Let's go back and see what's happening. So let's go to the attribute. So let's see what's happening. So let's say we're rotating. If that doesn't work there, let's say we want that there. We're rotating on the Y, so you can see it changes only in the Y. So let's put this and press S. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the angle. So what we're gonna do is you're gonna take this and then set key. Oh, it's not showing me key selected. So I have a key now. If I go to 50 and I rotate this manually to where I want it to end, and I go back here, click on it again, and then press key selected. Now I should have an animation. So let's see what happens. Let's go back to viewport and then just watch the animation. Boom. So if we wanted to go back, let's say we go back to the Arnold. Let's check the playback and make sure that it's real time. And let's play this. And let's say we wanted to go back. So what we do is we copy this since it's already keyed. We go to 100 and we go paste. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna drag and it's gonna go back again. And here we have a simple animation, guys. And so thank you for watching my video. Again, please subscribe. If you have anything you want to see or learn, let me know in the comments, and I'll attack whatever it is that you want to learn. If I'm going too fast, we can make slower videos, but in a matter of minutes, less than I think an hour, we've done animation and modeling. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, follow, and have a great day, guys. Take it easy.